Leicester City have sacked manager Brendan Rodgers, leaving the Foxes 19th in the Premier League, stirring relegation to the Championship right in the face. And they have brought in former Aston Villa and Norwich manager Dean Smith to try and save Leicester City from relegation to the Championship. We are going to be rebuilding Leicester City in today's video using Dean Smith. So we are going to see if we can keep Leicester City in the Premier League and ultimately win a Champions League while using Dean Smith in FIFA 23. Now, welcome lads to the Dean Smith Leicester City rebuild. Now, the first thing we want to be doing is having a look through our squad and deciding on the system we want to use to help get Leicester up that Premier League table. Now, Leicester do have some great players like Harvey Barnes, James Maddison and Yuri Tielemans, but looking at the squad, I'm not really convinced by that back four. So lads, this is the team we have decided on for Leicester City for the first season in the Premier League. It's going to be Danny Ward in goal with James Justin Wout-Fares, Johnny Evans and Ricardo Pereira make up the back four. Harvey Barnes, Wilfred Ndidi, Yuri Tielemans, Tete and James Maddison making up the midfield, and Jamie Vardy leading the line with a bench of Patson Daka, Kelechi Iheanacho, Dennis Pratt, Kernan Dewsbury Hall, Daniel Amerte, Timothy Castagna and Daniel Everson. We have got quite a bit of depth in the defensive positions and midfield positions sitting in the reserves. So now that we've decided on our starting 11 and system that's going to take us through to the end of the first season, the first thing we're going to do is simulate now to the 1st of January. Let's see if our system has worked and hopefully we can do better than Brendan Rodgers did. We've arrived at the 1st of January, boys, and as you can see, we have not had the best of seasons. We are sitting 15th in the Premier League. We're only 1 point above the relegation zone with 5 wins all season. That is it. Now we have £78 million and 2.6 million remaining wage budget to bring in some first team quality players to save us from relegation. Now we set up our scouts to look for a first team quality striker, centre back and goalkeeper. So we're going to have a quick scan through these players and identify some key targets. So we have identified a goalkeeper we want to sign, boys, and it is Illan Meslier from Leeds United, only 22-year-old. We've had a £20 million offer accepted for Illan Meslier, and now it is all about getting the contract sorted, and this would be a massive upgrade on Danny Ward if we could get this one over the line. So there we have it, boys. The first signing of the Dean Smith era of Leicester City is Illan Meslier from Leeds United. He joins for £20 million with a 15% sell-on, and he will go straight into the first team and be our starting goalkeeper. So we've had a bid come in for Luke Thomas for £5.3 million from West Ham United. We are actually going to accept this, boys, and use that funds to bring in a proper good centre-back. So after the signing of Illan Meslier, we've got £48 million left, and now we need a striker and we need a centre-back. So devise a bit of a shortlist. The centre-backs we're going to have a look at are Mohamed Salisu of Southampton, Nathan Collins of Wolves, and Mohamed Sekeman from RB Leipzig. And the strikers we're going to look at are Eddie Nketiah, Amin Aldi, Luka Jovic and Nicholas Jackson. Now, I need to try and work out a way to bring in a centre-back and striker that instantly make us better from the get-go. Confirmation, lads, Luke Thomas has left for West Ham United in a deal for £5.3 million, and he is the first outgoing of this Leicester rebuild. Confirmation, boys, Johnny Evans has signed a pre-contract with Wolfsburg. We're not too fussed about keeping him. He's at the end of his career. Confirmation, boys, that Johnny Evans will be joining Wolfsburg at the end of this season. Great servant for Leicester, but no use for him going forward. Another outgoing, lads, Nampalys Mendy will be leaving us on a free at the end of the season. Hasn't worked for him at Leicester. He's 30-year-old, 74 rated. It's out the door, son. Confirmation, lads, Danny Ward has left Leicester City. We've upgraded his position with Illan Meslier. He's been a bit of a disaster signing for Leicester, hasn't he, really? And now he is out of the door. Also, Sammy Baybrook will be going to Stade Rennais for a 2-year loan. So some of the scout reports are now in, boys, and looking at our centre-back options, I think I'm going to go for Nathan Collins, as he's the youngest, can play 2 positions, and he is also a showing great potential player, so I think he'll probably grow the most out of all these players. Now, Collins' transfer value is £13 million, so I'm going to go in with a £17 million offer and see if that gets accepted. They want 11 plus James Justin. That is not happening. 17.5 and see if they accept that. So they've accepted the offer, boys. 17.5 million accepted for Nathan Collins. We just have to get the contract sorted. And there we go, boys. Nathan Collins has accepted a contract. He will be a new Leicester City centre-back. So he joins for a price of 17.5 million. It looks like we have slightly overpaid for him, but he's a 77 rated, 21-year-old centre-back, and he will go straight into our starting 11. So, lads, I've had a little bit of a change of heart. I've looked at our squad, and we do have Daka, Iheanacho, and Vardy at striker position. I think that should be enough to just see us through to the end of the season. What I'm going to look for is actually a first team quality right midfielder, because the only right midfielder at the club was Tete, and he has just been recalled back to his parent club. So we're now in the market for a first team quality right midfielder who's instantly going to make us better. Just confirmation, boys. Daniel Amati will leave us at the end of the season when his contract expires, as we continue this mass clear out of all the deadwood at Leicester City. So lads, this player has popped up on the scout report that I'm pretty intrigued by, and that's Hirving Lozano, 27-year-old, 81 rated player, the Mexican international. And I think he would be a great fit for Leicester, but I'm going to go in under his market value at 19 million. What is, everyone just wants James Justin. A new transfer fee. I'm not giving him James Justin. I'll do 19.5 million with a 5% sell on. They want 20 million. 19.85. I am just nitpicking a bit here. They want me to make that 20. Yeah, we've had a 20 million pound bid accepted for Hirving Lozano, and just hopefully we can get the contract deal over the line. So if it boys, Lozano has accepted his contract offer, and he is now a Leicester City player. So it's our first sign of that real pedigree, Champions League level player. Brought him in for an excellent price. I could have got him for 17.9 million, but he will now come in and be our first choice right winger. Now already with the arrivals of Meslier, Collins and Lozano, I think that team looks so much better. That front four looks incredible. Barnes, Maddison, Vardy and Lozano. I think that's going to cause some serious damage. So now looking at the squad, lads, going into next season, we are only going to have 3 centre-backs on the books in Wout Faes, Nathan Collins and Harry Souttar. I think everyone else is going to be leaving on free contracts. We're obviously trying to sell Yannick Vestergaard, so I think I'm going to go back in and try and sign Mohamed Salisu from Southampton. We only have £17 million remaining of our transfer budget, so it might not be doable. Now his market value is only 11 million, so I'm gonna go in with a 9.5 million pound offer with a 10% sell on and see if they accept that. They want 10.1 with a 15% sell on. We're going to accept that, boys. That's a great start to the Salisu deal. And it's accepted, boys. Salisu is in. That's our back line. Very much improved going into next season. So a B-rated deal. We could have got in for cheaper. We could have saved £1 million. Another really good centre-back. Young, only 23, and instantly makes us better. And that just covers our losses with Vestergaard, Amati, Soyuncu and Evans all leaving next season. So I think now, just looking at our depth on the bench looks much better, and our starting 11 actually looks so much better on paper now. Can't see any more deals going through, boys, because we only have £5 million left to transfer budget. If any players do leave and money becomes available, I will let you know. So 2 bits of transfer news to run through with you, boys. Ryan Bertrand will be leaving to a Turkish side at the end of the season. Soyuncu will leaving for Brighton as well. So finally, boys, after accepting so many offers, Yannick Vestergaard is leaving Leicester City, and that completes our revamp of the back line. Our centre-back positions now are looking so much stronger though. We got rid of the deadwood and brought in some good, young, quality Premier League players. So wow, boys, something very unexpected has happened. Southampton have met Wout Faes' release clause for £30 million, meaning he could actually leave to Southampton in this window. If that does happen, we will go and buy another centre-back and a better one. Now we're literally just playing a waiting game to see if he does actually leave. So there we have it, boys. Wout Faes has actually left to Southampton for £30 million, and now we need to go out and find a replacement centre-back, and I have got someone in mind. Lads, we have just made an absolutely incredible signing to replace Wout Faes. We have just brought in Benjamin Pavard from Bayern Munich, another marquee signing, a Champions League level player again, £23.5 million this time. B-rated deal, 4-year deal, would be the highest paid player at the club now on £70,000 a week. 82 rated, instantly makes us that's a little bit stronger at the back. And now just look at that team on paper. Meslier in goal with Justin, Pavard, Collins and Pereira at the back. Barnes and Didi, Tielemans, Lozano and Maddison midfield, and Jamie Vardy leading the attack. Even the bench is looking so much stronger. Daka, Iheanacho, Pratt, Dewsbury, Salisu, Castagno and Everson. So that's a very successful January transfer window. So that's the end of the January transfer window, lads. Nobody else has brought in or left the club. Let's now simulate to the end of the season and see if we avoid relegation to the Championship. Well, season 1 is over and we've actually finished 6th in the Premier League. The January signings have taken us from 15th in the Premier League all the way up to 6th in the division. That is an absolutely incredible first season at Leicester City. We reached an FA Cup semi-final, only just narrowly missing out to Manchester City in a 3-2 defeat. We were knocked out by Southampton in round 4 of the Carabao Cup. Now, our standout performance for all the season were James Maddison, Yuri Tielemans and, look, surprisingly, Patson Daka, one of the standout performers of the season. James Maddison got 17 goals and 6 assists, while Yuri Tielemans got 14 goals and 12 assists. Daka got 13 and 20. That's an absolutely excellent scoring record for Patson Daka. In terms of development, Eli Meslier went up to a 79 rated goalkeeper. Salisu unfortunately did not grow, but Benjamin Pavard did grow to 83 rated. Nathan Collins also didn't grow, which is pretty disappointing. Yuri Tillemans is now 85 rated. Madison's also 85 rated. Patson Daka's jumped up to 78 rated. He might be one to look out for next season. I might have to start giving him some more game time. Verdi, unfortunately, has dropped all the way down to 76. This will probably be his final season for Leicester. So all in all, an excellent first season at Leicester. Now, with the squad looking as good as it does on paper, it might actually be realistic to start pushing for Champions League next season. So lads, we start season 2 with a £75 million transfer budget and a £1.4 million weekly wage budget. Now, you might be noticing that the backdrop is constantly changing in this video, and that is because this video has been filmed over a series of about a week on and off. It took so long to make. So lads, if you enjoy this content, please make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel, as it really helps me out, and drop suggestions down below for clubs you want to see get rebuilt. Now, the squad looks strong to me. I think though what we are lacking is a really high quality striker to fire us into the Champions League this season. We've got a lot of strikers at the club, but other than Patson Daka, they're all pretty underwhelming. So we're going to list every single one of these strikers up for sale. Or Vardy's retiring at the end of the season anyway, so he might as well keep him. Iheanacho is another one who can be added to the transfer list. Patson Daka is the only striker I'm actually okay with being at the club. If you look through the rest, Jose Perez, another one who can leave. Mark Albright, another one who can leave. Dennis Pratt can leave. A lot of deadwood at the club at the minute. We turn to signing a first team quality striker who is going to take us up to the next level. I'd like him to be under 27 as well. The first offer is in, and it's for Jose Perez, £6.5 million. I'm going to accept that. An offer of £43 million for Harvey Barnes, absolutely no chance. An offer of 650k for Josh Eppier, that's going to be accepted as well. So we've got a lot of transfer offers in, lads, and we're going to see first £6.3 million offer for Daniel Everson. I'm going to accept that. He is free to leave the club. An offer of £17.5 million for Castagna. No, I'm going to disregard that. I want to keep him. What deal for Ricardo Pereira? The exchange player is Joshua Zirkzee. I'm going to reject that. I'm not too keen on that one. A swap deal for George Hurst. Nah. Offer from Brighton for Dennis Pratt, £9.3 million. I'm happy to accept that. And offers of £13.5 million by Fenerbahce and Ajax for Kelechi Iheanacho. They're both going to be accepted. That should massively boost up our transfer funds. Confirmation, lads, Dennis Pratt has gone, and we've got £7 million added to our transfer budget. Iheanacho has left to Fenerbahce. We've had £10.5 million added to our transfer budget. Everson has now gone. We've got £4.7 million added to our transfer budget. Now, that means we need a backup goalkeeper. So George Hurst has now left the club, boys, for £2.6 million. He will be joining Sturm Graz. Now, the scout reports are in for most of the players, and we're looking at Moise Keane, Matthias Cunha, Adeyemi and Adam Hosley. So lads, we have decided on a striker, and it is Karim Adeyemi. Now, he is 79 rated as of right now. He might not be at the level to take us to Champions League right now, but he has got such good potential on this year's FIFA. In fact, I'm going to go £35 million and see if they accept it. They want Harvey Barnes. Absolutely no chance. We're going to go with £37.5 million offer and see if they accept that. And that's accepted. We've had £37.5 million accepted for Adeyemi, and now we just need to get the contract sorted. And that's accepted. So Adeyemi is now a Leicester City player. That's a great signing. First team quality right now, and will grow into near 90s if he does reach his max potential. So lads, we've identified a right midfield target, and that's going to be Samuel Chukwueze from Villarreal. This guy's an absolute monster in career mode this year. We've agreed a fee of £35 million of him, and we just need to get these personal terms over the line. Accepted. So there we go, boys. Samuel Chukwueze is our new right midfielder signing from Villarreal for £35 million. Now, Chukwueze is an 81 rated right midfielder, and he has got some really good stats. Incredible pace, good strength, agility, balance. Dribbling and ball control are outstanding. Shot power good, crossing good, finishing good for a winger, good long shots. So now Samuel Chukwueze is straight into our starting 11 with Hervin Lozano dropping to the bench. We've also identified our left back target, lads, and it is David Raum from RB Leipzig. This guy looks like an absolute monster on paper. We've only got £45 million remaining though. It looks like 35.5 million is the final offer we can get David Rome for. I'm going to accept it. We've agreed a fee of 35.5 million for David Rome, but we might be slightly overpaying here, boys. That's accepted, boys. We've managed to bring in David Rome, who will be our new first choice left back, replacing James Justin. Now, the reason why I wanted to sign Rome is just look at some of these stats. Great pace and stamina. Stamina being a key one. Also got really good strength. And then he's got 82 ball control, 87 crossing, 81 curve, 82 dribbling. So we only have £7 million remaining, lads, but the team looks so much better going into the season. We've got Meslier in goal, 80 rated, with a back four of Rome, Pavard, Collins and Pereira. Midfield of Chukwueze, Tielemans, Madison, and Ndidi and Barnes, with Karim Adeyemi leading the attack. Then our bench of Timothy Castagna, Mohamed Salisu, James Justin, Boubacar Samar, Hernan Dewsbury Hall, Hervin Lozano and Patson Daka, with absolutely plenty of depth in the reserves. Some of these players I am looking to loan out and sell low. Now, the only position that I really think we need to strengthen is goalkeeper. I think I might just have a quick scour of the free agents, see if there's a goalkeeper we can bring in on a short-term deal just for a season, because I think Meslier is going to be the starting goalkeeper now for the rest of this career mode. So, lads, we've brought in a backup goalkeeper in Jan Peters. Peter, one of the best names of all time. A 19-year-old 73 rated goalkeeper. He has pretty decent stats to be fair. He's going to be a decent backup, and we've got him on a 5-year deal. It's cost us nothing. Hopefully in a few years time we'll be able to sell him on and make a bit of profit on him. That means that this guy, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'll completely butcher it, is going to be placed on the transfer list and try to get him out of the club. Now, in all honesty, boys, I think that is going to be a transfer business done for this season. We've only got £9 million left in the transfer budget. I'm pretty happy with how the starting 11 looks. So I'll give you a quick reminder of what happened in the transfer window. We sold Jose Perez for 6.5 million to Aston Villa. Sold Dennis Pratt for 9.3 million to Brighton. Iheanacho left to Fenerbahce for 13.5 million. Everson left to Valladolid for 6.3 million. George Hust, Leicester, Sturm, Graz for 2.6 million. We brought in Karim Adeyemi for 37.5 million from Borussia Dortmund. Loaned out goalkeeper De Silva to Hertha Berlin. Brought in David Raum for 35 million from RB Leipzig. Brought in Jan Peters Peter from the free agents list on a free. And also brought in Samuel Chukwueze for 35 million. So on paper, lads, I feel we've got a squad though that can actually push the top four this season. I think anything less would be a bit of a disappointment. So we're going to simulate forward to January 1st and see how our new look squad got on. And lads, I didn't even realise, finishing 6th, we're actually in the Europa League. We're in Group C with PSV, Young Boys and Helsinki. So we've actually got a chance this season of winning some European silverware, which I'd be really, really delighted if we could. I can't believe I didn't even realise we were in the Europa League. So yeah, we've got something to play for now in Europe. Hopefully we can get some European silverware. We arrived at January 1st, boys, and we are having an excellent season in the Barclays Premier League. We are 5th in the division on 43 points, 21 games played, 14 wins, 1 draw, 6 losses, 43 goals scored, which is the second highest in the entire division, and 28 goals conceded. We are right on track for a Champions League spot, and we absolutely breezed our group, only losing once, winning 5 out of 6, qualifying the top of the group. Now, boys, some transfers did happen on the run-up to January, and I'm just going to run you through them right now. Ben Nelson joined FC Vizsla on loan. The Polish goalkeeper left to Stoke. Gulion went to Levante on a loan. Poku left for 2.3 million. Epia left for 800k. And that is it. We are now up to date on the transfers. So, lads, we're at the end of the January transfer window, and to be honest with you, boys, I just cannot seem to find any players signing a pre-contract. It's all right, though. I think we're doing really well. We are currently 4th in the division, 3 points clear of 5th. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate now to the end of the season. Let's see if 1, we win the Europa League, and 2, if we finish in the Champions League. So, lads, we've reached the end of Season 2, and we're going to check now if we finished in the Champions League positions. So at the end of Season 2, boys, we finished 4th in the Premier League, beating Liverpool to the final Champions League spot on goal difference. In fact, it were goals scored. We scored 79 goals, the highest scoring side in the Premier League. Liverpool scored 68. We actually had the exact same goal difference, and for that reason, we'll be playing Champions League football next season. But we are also in the Europa League final against Juventus. Now, we've had to beat Frankfurt, which we beat 6-3 over 2 legs. Newcastle United, we beat 4-1 over 2 legs. And PSG, we beat 4-2 over 2 legs. We've now got Juventus. How good would it be to have a Europa League on our 2nd season in, right? Now, lads, it's time for the Europa League final, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a live sim of the game. Hopefully, though, we can win this game and win the Europa League. Oh, it's 1-0, boys. Adeyemi. What a start. It's only 15 minutes in, though. I'm intrigued to see how many goals Adeyemi's actually scored over a full season. So, boys, we're 1-0 up in the Europa League final, but we've only had the 1 chance and it's gone in. No, please just hold on to this, boys. Silverware in the second season would be so good. Oh, it's 1-1. Vlahovic scores for Juventus. It's deserved, to be fair. It looks like it's going to be extra time, lads. Oh, it's going to extra time, boys. Lads, Juve have dominated this game. Big style.
Return to Madison. Can they nudge in front?
Bounce. No way. No way. Right, we've got to get through one half. We're 2-1 up. We've literally got to get through. Look at the stats. It's been all Juve. We just have to get through one half of football. And we're Europa League champions. There you go, boys. We've just won the Europa League. Beating Juventus 2-1 in the final. Oh my God. Adeyemi's goal cancelled it by Vlahovic. Barnes scores in the 104th minute to win the game. Look at the stats though. Juve absolutely dominated that game. But that's our first piece of silverware in the Dean Smith rebuild. Look at that. Leicester City Europa League champions. So in our second season with all the new signings, we've finished 4th and won a Europa League. So let's see who the standout performers were this season. Wow. Wow, look at the season Karim Adeyemi had. 56 games played, 49 goals, 18 assists, scoring 34 in the Premier League and scoring 14 goals in the Europa League. That's going to be a record. 34 Premier League goals is going to be a record. Harvey Barnes got 26 and 8 assists in 56 games. He got 19 in the Premier League. Maddison got 19 goals, 21 assists. Tielemans 11 goals, 14 assists. Then it really drops off there. Chuck Wades got 5 and 4. Rome got 4 and 6. And Didi got 3 and 1. Then everyone just drops off. Patson Daka only got the 1 goal this season. We're going to have a look at development. Tielemans went from 85 to 86. Maddison 85 to 86. Rome went from 81 to 84. And Chukwueze grew by 2 to 83. Adeyemi grew by 4 to 83. Meslier grew to 82. Dewsbury grew to 81. Collins grew to 80. No other real growth. Peters grew to 74. So all in all, an absolutely excellent second season. Now, season 3, we're in the Champions League, and the objective is to win the Champions League. So we've got to bring some proper world-class players in next season. Right, lads, so we're into season 3, and we have got an incredible transfer budget of £151 million with a £2.9 million weekly wage budget. Now, the objectives for the season are reach the Champions League final, which I think we might be able to do given the fact we have such a big transfer budget. They want us to finish in the Champions League places and win the Emirates FA Cup. So, not asking for a lot this season, the board. No, boys, we are wasting no time getting into the transfer this season. Our first signing is going to be Tanguy Ndombele on a free contract. What a pickup this could be. And there we go, boys. Tanguy Ndombele is our first signing of our third transfer window at Leicester. He is an 81 rated centre midfielder on a free, which does mean, and he can also play centre midfield, CDM and Cam, which means that now Hamza Chowdhury and Boubacar Samar are going to be placed on the transfer list. We have no more use for them two boys at the club. And lads, we have identified our second transfer target. It's another free agent, and the free agent is Dominik Livakovic, the Croatian first choice goalkeeper, 29-year-old, 83 rated. There we go, boys. Livakovic is in on a free. 83 rated goalkeeper on a free. Excellent backup to Meslier. So, lads, we have identified an absolutely incredible centre back. You will know of him. It's Guardiol from RB Leipzig, the Croatian defender. Now, this man is 85 rated and 22. We need to get this man into the club this transfer window. Bring it down to 80 and see if they will accept 80 million. I think that'd be an incredible deal. They've accepted it, lads. Guardiol's offer has been accepted. £80 million. Oh, this could be a monstrous signing. And there we go, boys. Guardiol is in. World-class centre-back into the club. And what an incredible start to the transfer we've had so far. We have slightly overpaid according to the board, but just look at what we've brought in. The 82 pace, 83 defending, 88 physical. What a signing this is. And he will take Nathan Collins' place in the side. Mr. Ben Nelson will be joining FC20 on a season-long loan with no option to buy. So, lads, Manchester United have come in with a £37.1 million bid for Wilfred Ndidi. 27-year-old. Do you know what, lads? We're going to actually accept this. And we will start looking at replacement centre midfielders now in the transfer market. Also, we've accepted a £5 million bid for Hamza Chowdhury, and he will also be leaving the club. The first big outgoing of this Leicester career mode is going to be Wilfred Ndidi joining Manchester United of £31.7 million. And we have had an excellent deal here, boys, getting so much money for him. Just to let you know, boys, Timothy Castagna has left the club for £13.9 million. So boys, we've identified a new right back and it's going to be Takehiro Tomiyasu, who is currently at Villarreal. His market value is £30 million. So I'm just going to test the water of a straight up £30 million bid. We're going to offer his value. And they've walked out. Oh my god, they've actually walked out. So lads, we have brought in a new right back in Nahuel Molina. He is an actual Argentinian World Cup winner this year in the recent World Cup. And the reason why I've signed him is because just look at how well-rounded this guy is. 88 pace, 71 shooting, 79 passing, 81 dribbling, 76 defending, 72 physical. And that is for your right back. That is an absolutely incredible signing. Molina goes straight into the starting 11 as our new first choice right back, with Pereira dropping down to the bench. Now looking at the squad, the only place now that I really feel like needs a significant improvement is that Dewsbury Hall position there. £68 million to spend in the transfer window, and I'm just going to have a quick look through and see if there's anyone we can bring in to spend the rest of that budget on. We have identified that set of midfielder, boys, and it is Gwen Koopmeiners from Tottenham Hotspur, 84 rated 26-year-old midfielder, 51.9 with a 10% sell on. We'll match it. We'll match that, boys. We have paid £51.9 million for Koopmeiners. Let's just see if we can get the deal over the line with the wages. So we are just going to match his current salary and see if he accepts it. He wants a 390k salary, and he can have that, lads. Koopmeiners is in, and now our squad is looking so stacked, ready for the Champions League. The board are saying we got him for a good price as well. Just a quick run for the stats. He looks absolutely incredible. 75 pace, 78 shooting, 82 passing, 81 dribbling, 80 defending, 78 physical. A real improvement on what we have in midfield, and a great replacement for Wilfred Ndidi. Lads, just look at that starting 11 going in to our first season of Champions League, with Meslier in goal, with Rome, Pavard, Guardiola and Molina at the back, with Chukwueze, Tielemans, Maddison, Koopmeiners, Barnes midfield, and Adeyemi leading line, the absolute star. Even our bench is looking stacked now. We've got Daka as our backup striker, Hervin Lozano, Tanguy and Ndombele, Dewsbury Hall, Collins, Pereira and Livakovic. Even looking through our reserves as players who can come in and do a job, like Salisu, Christiansen, Suter, Justin, Samar. Squad is looking incredible, boys. We've only got £11 million of our transfer budget remaining, so I think, dependent on any outgoings, that could be our business done in this transfer window. And just in case it is our business done, boys, I'm going to run you through all the deals that went through in this transfer window. We've started up our window by bringing in Livakovic on a free and Tanguy and Ndombele on a free. We also spent £80 million smashing Leicester's club record to bring in Guardiola from RB Leipzig. Ben Nelson went out on loan to FC Twente. Hamza Choudhury left to Pisa. Wilfred Ndidi went to Manchester United. Timothy Castagne left to Real Sociedad. Molina joined for £39.5 million from Atletico Madrid. Koopmeiners joined from Tottenham Hotspur for £51.9 million. Now, if anything else happens in the transfer window, boys, I will let you know, but I'm expecting no more incomings in this window. We have lost in the Super Cup final to Bayern Munich. It's unfortunate, but it's just a glorified friendly. Let's crack on now, simulate forward to January, and let's see. We have improved on last season if we've got through our Champions League group stage. Just bringing you back really quickly, boys. We've had a £13 million offer come in for Boubakary Samari. We are going to accept that and move him on his way. And lads, with Samar leaving the club, we've decided to bring in Leandro Paredes on a free agent. This is just purely a backup for Samar. Just make sure we have that depth with the many games we're going to have this season with the Premier League and Champions League. Our Champions League group is in, and it does not get much harder than this, boys. We've got Real Madrid, Porto and Victor Plzen. It is going to be a massive challenge to get through this group, and we start off with a trip to the Bernabeu. So let's sim forward and see if we've got through our Champions League group and where we are in the Premier League. I'll see you on January the 1st. So lads, it's January the 1st, and we have absolutely pissed the Premier League. Top of the league, 19 games played, 14 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss, 46 points. Wow, what? And at the moment of truth, let's check our Champions League group. Are we through? We are, lads. We're top of our Champions League group, playing 6, winning 4, drawing 1, losing 1. That is such a good return. We actually beat Real Madrid 5-2 the first time we played them, and then we drew 3-all with them. So we've done really well there to get through our group, and we will be playing Leverkusen in the round of 16. Now, in this January transfer window, we've only got £31 million. We probably won't be bringing any players in. We will be looking, though, to sign players on pre-contracts for next season. Unfortunately, we did not actually manage to find anyone worthy of bringing in on a pre-contract for next season. So we're going to simulate now through to the end of the season, and let's please see if we've won the Premier League, and 2 got to the Champions League final. So lads, we're at the end of season 3, and Have I got something to show you? You are not going to believe this. Lads, in our third season of the Leicester City rebuild, we have absolutely stormed the Premier League, winning the league, pipping Manchester United by 2 points. Leicester are second time Premier League champions. We played 38 games, won 25, drew 9, lost 4, scored 84, conceded 42, 42 goal difference, 84 points, seeing us win the league. And we're not done there. We're not done there, because we have reached the Champions League final against Real Madrid. We beat Bayer Leverkusen 5-3 on aggregate, progressing to the quarterfinals. We beat Benfica 6-0 on aggregate, breezing through to the semis. And then beat Lyon 6-2 in the semi-finals, setting up a Champions League final with Real Madrid. So lads, it is Champions League final time. We are going to jump in and simulate the game. And is the Leicester rebuild going to be over after just 3 seasons? We are about to find out. So 20 minutes gone, lads, and it is very, very even. No chances for either sides as of yet. Am I tempted, lads, to play the second half? We're getting battered. I don't think there's any way we're gonna. I don't really think there's any way we're actually gonna win the game by simulating. I might actually jump in and play it, you know, lads. We're gonna jump in, lads. We're gonna jump in and play the second half.
A few moments later.
Oh no! 1-0 to Madrid. Oh my god! Nkunku makes it 1-0 to Madrid. Shit! I haven't even touched the ball, lads. Oh my god, it should be 2-0. Oh my god, we're getting absolutely battered here. Come on, Chuck, where's it? Chance. Finish it! Yes! Get in there, boys! Harvey Barnes makes it 1-1 completely against the run of play. Oh my god, this has been so difficult, this game, lads, I'm not going to lie. Look at the build-up play. Great ball by Maddison to Chuck Wazy. Mendy overcommits. Place it across the box, and Barnes curls it into the back of the net. I haven't played an actual game of career mode in so long, you know. Clap football, Maddison, nice. Oh, nearly got Adeyemi in. No. He's missed, he's missed, he's missed, he's missed. Oh my god, it should be 2-1 to Madrid. I can't defend for toffee. Chuck Wazy, the pace. Shoot. It's in, it's 2-1, lads. Oh my god, we've turned it round against Real Madrid. Chuck Wazy's pace is so good. I'm probably pronouncing his name so wrong. Puts it in the bottom corner. 2-1 to Leicester. I just need to not concede. Tielemans. Oh, what a save. We've got a corner. 10 minutes to go, boys. Whipped in. Pavard. Oh. No. What a save, man. Oh, yes. Maddison. Oh, what a save. No. Heading into the 90th minute, boys. We're 2-1 up in this Champions League final. Into added time now, lads. Oh, yes. Look at the football. Roams away. Adeyemi. We've won the Champions League, boys. Career mode done. Rebuild done. Star man Adeyemi as well wins it for us. What a baller. Oh, it's not showing us the replay. Not asked. We've done it, lads. Champions League 1 3 seasons in. I had to jump in and get us over the line though. But so the Dean Smith Leicester City rebuild ends with Leicester City beating Real Madrid 3-1 in the Champions League final and winning the Premier League. I would say that is a very, very successful rebuild, and it's definitely worth liking and subscribing to the channel. Leicester City lifting the Champions League. Look at this. I'm surprised it's only took 3 seasons, you know. I was expecting at least 5 or 6 seasons to win the Champions League, but I'll take it in 3 seasons, and let's just watch. Leicester City Champions League winners. Incredible. Some team that is, lads. And now let's go and check the player stats for season 3. Karim Adeyemi again. Just look at how good of a season this guy had. 57 games, 45 goals, 9 assists. Absolutely incredible. Harvey Barnes as well. 25 goals, 15 assists in 57 games. Maddison with 41 goal involvements. Tielemans again with 16 goals from the centre of midfield. It does drop a bit there. Chuck Wazy got 6. Molina from right back got 3. Now, looking at player development, Meslier grew to 86. Livakovic grew to 84. Rom to 86. Gvardiol to 86. Collins grew to 82. Molina grew to 85. Barnes to 87. What a player Barnes is in this game. Tielemans to 88 rated. What a player he is. Maddison got all the way to 89. And at 28, I'm sure he could probably break the 90. And Adeyemi grew to 87. So thank you very much for watching this Leicester City Dean Smith rebuild. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this content and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more rebuilds, and let me know in the comment section down below who I should rebuild next. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.